Hello everyone and welcome to Sunburned Albino Plays the Ace Attorney Investigations, episode 10, I believe. We're here outside this Wild West situation. We're still in the park. And we're gonna figure out some stuff. Some stuff happened, and I guess maybe we're supposed to follow him into the station, but let's talk to people. Great job, detective. Sir, for losing sight of me and the kidnapper and allowing my investigation to be hijacked. Sir, I look forward to your next month's salary assessment. But the case isn't lost yet, sir. I'm gonna show you just how much of a man Dick Gumshoe can be. Shall I prepare the 21-gun salute now or later? Detective, are you sure it was the precinct you called for backup? Of course, sir. I think I would know the number to my own precinct like the back of my hand. Then why did an Interpol agent show up instead with an army of his own agents? That, I have no idea. About 5 minutes after I made the call, that Wolfman showed up out of nowhere, sir. Agent Lang definitely has an agenda, so the question is, what is he after? Mr. Edgeworth, I was wondering if I may ask about one thing, sir. Yes, what is it? Who is that? The girl over there, I mean. I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant, Kay Faraday. What? Funny, I don't recall making you my assistant, Kay. Yeah, I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant, me. It's been like that since forever. Sorry, but I just stole your supporting role. How can you say something so serious with that giant grin on your face, pal? Mr. Edgeworth, we've got a thief on our hands, sir. She stole my role, sir. I'm taking her in, getting her convicted, and making sure she serves out her sentence. Oh, come on, it'll be fun. Like musical chairs. You better stay fast on your feet. No way. I will not lose the spotlight to you, little girl. Damn. Alright, guess that's... What can I present to you? Anything? You know anything about any of this stuff? I'm sorry, sir. Absolutely nothing is coming to mind right now. As a man, the only thing I can attest to is this. To be a man, I, Dick Gumshoe, will tell no lie. His heart's in the right place. Now to work on his deduction skills. Alright, well, let's just forget about that then. Man, I can't calmly do any stealing at all with that detective around. I suppose it's not easy when there's this many members of law enforcement in the vicinity. It's alright. It's not like I'm in a hurry to steal just any old thing. Which is it? Do you plan to steal something or not? Quite the mystery, this one. Maybe I should talk with her a bit more. So what are you going to do about your investigation into the kidnapping? Good question. Since Agent Lang holds the authority to investigate the case now, this makes things a bit more complicated. Oh, come on, you can't let that stop you. I'll even lend you a hand, so let's go. But you're a self-purported great thief, are you not? I don't believe I can let someone of an unlawful nature participate in an investigation. You don't like to listen, do you? I'm not just any ordinary great thief, I'm the Yatagrasu! And as I said earlier, the Yatagrasu is after one and only one thing. What is this one and only one thing you're after? The Yatagras is only interested in one thing. And that is the truth. I see. It was 7 years ago. There was a vigilante who threw the business world into a panic. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagras appeared and vanished at will. Though we still don't know much about this thief's ultimate goal, we do know the targets. The Yatagras like to find and make public evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. Once a target was chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement was sent forth. Instead, the chosen corporation was infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found was sent out to the mass media, along with a card with the mark of a three-legged raven. Looking back, I suppose you could call what the Yatagras was stealing the truth. Could this child really be the successor to the original Yatagras? But that can't be. Can it? Lance! Lance! Where are you, son? Oh yeah, we get to see who this dude is now. Mr. Amano? Oh, Miles, my boy, I'm sorry to involve you in such an affair just after you've returned. For you, Mr. Amano, I gladly offer my assistance. After all, I have you to thank for how well things turned out during my time abroad. If it wasn't for you, I might not have been introduced to that law office, and had the chance to study the inner workings of another country's judicial system. No! Think nothing of it! As you know, Manfred and I go way back. I consider a beloved disciple of his to be like one of my own blood. If you ever want to go overseas again, you need only to ask. I can use my company's vast network to send you anywhere at any time. So who's the old man? He is the father of the currently kidnapped Lance Amano, Ernest Amano. Now then, have you found Lance yet, Miles? Please, I miss my poor boy dearly. I'm terribly sorry, but your son's whereabouts remain unknown, Mr. Amano. Hold on there! Then what happened to all that money? I believe the 1 million has been stolen and that the culprits are now on the run. What? Poor old man. Don't you have anything you could give him to cheer him up, Mr. Edgeworth? Forgive me, Mr. Amano. I was wondering if you could please tell me the details of the kidnapping one more time. Oh, it was yesterday. A call came to the house. From the receiver came the sound of my son. Help me, Daddy! I know this is tough, but please stay with me here, Mr. Amano. You don't understand. He hasn't called me Daddy in ages. It was incredibly moving. I wish I had recorded him saying that. He definitely should have recorded that conversation. But not for the foolish sentimentalities of an old man. Refresh my memory, what kind of person is Lance again? How will telling you about Lance help you get him back? Surprisingly, a lot can be deduced from a person's relationships and behavior. Very well then, Lance is my one and only son, and he turned 21 this year. He is very much like me when I was his age, kind and very attractive. I'm sure women simply can't keep their hands off of him. Is there anything else about him you noticed of late? Now that you mention it, I haven't been able to get in contact with our butler, Oliver. Your butler? Yes, his name is Oliver Deacon. He's been with our family for years now. He gets along so well with Lance, so I thought maybe he would know where my son is. I don't know what it is about, like, my room. Like, I know you can see, like, the fuzziness back there. All the same lights are on, but for some reason it just feels darker in here. I don't know what that's about. I need to get another light, though. Like I have, like, lamps set up back there. Like, they're just these little, like, desk lamps, and I turn them on. They're in each corner, and that's what lights the back of this. I need, like, a real, like, a studio lamp that, like, you know, you put it on a tripod, and then it, like, shoots the light out that way. That would be great. Even if it just, like, burns my skin off. Mr. Amano, could you please tell me a little more about your butler, Mr. Deacon? As a butler, he's outstanding. He even serves as Lance's personal private tutor. He took a brief leave recently, but even after it was over, I haven't been able to reach him. So you still haven't spoken with him since his leave? What about his family and friends? They said they hadn't seen him. I've tried everything I could think of, Miles. Do you think this could have something to do with Lance's kidnapping? It's possible, but I can't say anything for sure quite yet. So even the person closest to the victim has gone missing. Oliver Deacon. Sounds like one name I'd better keep in mind. Obviously, he did it. Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir. Let's begin our investigation. Even if that Interpol agent holds the authority to head this investigation, we can't allow ourselves to stand idly by while a dragon burns our hold and slaughters our people. I'm with you 100%, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. I, Dick Gumshoe, pledge to stick by your side through thick and thin. Mr. Amano, it was my fault that the culprits escaped, which is why, with your blessing, I vow to return Lance to you myself. Oh, I've never seen you so passionate before, Miles. Well, I didn't say that very passionately. Good luck to you, my boy. All right, well, what are you waiting for? Let's do some investigating. If you think I'm losing to you, pal, forget it. So, what should we examine first? Thanks to Agent Lang, we can't leave this area. But the culprits were here until only very recently, which means we may be able to find some clues that will tell us how they escaped. Okay, let's get looking. Hey, you there! Who, me? What are you doing goofing off at a place like this? I wasn't goofing off. I was about to help Mr. Edgeworth kick off his investigation. You imbecile! Our precinct detectives are now under Agent Lang's direct command! No way! I am not working for Wolf Boy! Mr. Edgeworth, can't you do something? I'm not exactly in a position to argue, seeing as how you are a member of the police. Good! Now let's go! No! Boy, have I got just the job for someone of your talents! Well, that was exciting. Okay. What? Can't you tell I'm all ready to get down to some detective work? You should go home. Your parents must be worried about you. Oh, come on! I finally get to be your assistant and you try to ditch me? I don't recall offering you the position. Why do you have to be so difficult? Besides, it's already too late, you know. Like I said, I've already stolen the position of assistant a while back. You're the only one asserting that. Well, by the time anyone notices, it's already gone. That's the Yatagara's way. You shouldn't speak so lightly of things you know nothing about. Fine, whatever, you win. Go ahead and do your little investigation. But the talented assistant Kay is going to tag along no matter what you say. Even if she turns out to be useless, she's not going to listen to me. I might as well surrender and let her come along for the ride. If these were real, I wonder what you'd put in them. Water would be the obvious answer. But if you stored water in a barrel under the blazing hot sun, wouldn't it go bad? People of that period probably didn't care about how it tasted. Sorry, but I can't let you get away with making fun of our forefathers. I mean, maybe they really like the strange taste. Look who's making fun of them now. Look, there's a blurb about the cactus here. This cactus is a very gracious gift to Gatewater Land from the local police precinct. I can't believe the police went so far as to even donate a cactus to this place. So, is the police department running a cactus farm on the side? Ha, just kidding. They wouldn't do something so silly. Actually, I have the vague impression I've seen a cactus farm at the precinct before. Yes, sir, that was, Jacob, what's his name? Jake Marshall, that's what it was. Horses are painted on this garage door to complete the Wild West theme. They look so lifelike, don't you think? Are you thinking of wrangling, or rather stealing them? If you can coax them out of there, sure. Come on, I know you can sweet-talk them out. I could be holding a cube of sugar in my hand and they wouldn't budge, Kay. Hey, it's the Blue Badger! Badger, get! I really don't understand why she's so excited over this badger hunt. Speaking of badgers, there's a person inside of there. Mr. Badger, I wonder if you might share with me what you saw. He's doing that contorted, wriggling dance again. I'll just take his helmet off. Aha! Ooh, she did! Nice. Oh, is that Meekins? Wow. Ah, you've uncovered my undercover identity, sir! I was to remain under that head, sir! Aren't you Officer Meekins? Sir! Mike Meekins, reporting for duty, sir! This is gonna bother a lot of people. This man was a witness in one of the cases I headed 2 years ago. About the only thing I remember about this officer is that he often spoke and acted before he thought, which gave me a great deal of headaches. Is he a friend of yours, Mr. Edgeworth? I've met him in the courtroom once before. Why was he so upset when we unmasked him? Does he have something to hide? Officer Meekins, why are you standing here wasting time? Sir, because I'm not a police officer right now, sir. I'm the Blue Badger. And I'm creating memories and dreams for the kids. That's never a waste of time, sir. I have a dream to become as big as Detective Gumshoe, sir. I was patrolling the scorchingly boring beat until a little while ago, when the dispatch radio on my shoulder crackled that the kidnappers had escaped, sir. I thought maybe this was my shot at making detective, sir. I rushed on over to join in, but when I got here, there was a sea of people already. and I couldn't spread my trademark friendliness and joy onto anyone. It would seem that some people never change. So why exactly are you in that ridiculous outfit? Sir! That's because, sir, I'm here to keep the visitors in good spirits, sir. But it's also to hide the fact that I'm an officer on the trail of a kidnapper, sir. I see. Agent Lang is very wise to employ this sort of diversionary tactics. To be handed the role of the Blue Badger out of all the different disguises, sir, it's such an honor! How long have you been standing here, officer? Sir, for about 1 little hour, sir. That's around the time I woke up from being knocked unconscious. And I've been here ever since, sir. If that's true, then it's possible Officer Meekins saw the kidnappers escaping. However, sir, I must tell you, I didn't see a thing, sir. I haven't asked you anything yet, officer. No, but I know you will, sir. He's hiding something from me. Officer Meekins, I insist that you tell me more about your recent movements. Sir, I've been playing the Blue Badger this whole time, sir, and getting into it, too. I patrolled the park, all while wearing this costume. And about 1 hour ago, I came over here, sir. I haven't seen any suspicious-looking people this whole time, sir. But I did see a badger, sir. A lone blue badger. What you said just now is contradictory to the facts. How so, Mr. Edgeworth? This is what Officer Meekins' testimony contradicts. A lone blue badger. It said that there's 2 of each. Oh, that's the bad badger's head. Okay, is it the photo rally? There's only 1 of each badger in the park. Right. Officer Meekins, let's back things up. I'd like to ask you about your last statement. Sir, of course, sir. If that's your wish, Mr. Prosecutor. This little patrolman will wait as long as I am commanded to wait. You said that you saw a blue badger, correct? And yet if you take a look at this, what you saw was not supposed to happen. This park is supposed to have only 1 of each badger in it at any given time. Which means that as long as you are the Blue Badger, Officer Meekins, you should not have seen another Blue Badger wandering the premises. What, sir? Then that would mean that there are 2 Blue Badgers walking around. But why? I mean, the only difference between the Blue Badger and the Bad Badger... Nope, there's a mustache also. It's just like they took the sunglasses off. But like, are those real sunglasses or those like painted on? I am not sure. Yo, show me that Bible. Show me that Blue Badger Bible real quick. Alright. Okay. Proto Badger is the very first badger. The Blue Badger, it has the strap. And worse, or like, you know, similar, not different eyes and a strap, yeah. Is this dude sure he didn't see the Proto Badger? You know? I mean, I don't know how, like, up to date he is with what actually is going on here. Okay, well, since I did that, what am I supposed to present to you? I present to you the Badger Bible. Sir, you have a copy of the Blue Badger Bible too, sir? Okay, so he does know. That was written by experts on the Badger family, sir, and it's very, very thorough. It doesn't matter that I was made the Blue Badger only a little while ago, sir. That book helped me memorize every name of every badger, sir. It's not that hard to remember 4 incredibly obvious names. Alright, well that's all we got from you. But we got another logic things. Costumes and a second Blue Badger. Yeah, as in somebody went in and just put on an extra costume of it, because there were multiple boxes. A second Blue Badger that shouldn't exist. Clearly, the true identity of the person underneath is... Oh, I know! It's one of the kidnappers, right? The person wore a costume to get away! Precisely. After all, the costumes that went missing from the storage area are a blue badger, a proto-badger, and a bad badger. Yes, those 3. Oh, that's important. So there are 3 phony badgers running around in the park somewhere, huh? 3, but I thought we only knew about 2 kidnappers. There must be a 3rd then. Alright, costumed escape. Hello? Excuse me, but if you could just let me through here. Sorry, I can't let anyone through. Agent Lang's orders. Ugh, I suppose I'll have to deal with this impasse for now. I kind of prefer this format to, like, the original games. You know, we're not just stuck in a courtroom the whole time. We're actually going out and about investigating, and, like, the investigations, or, like, the courtroom parts, like, take place in there. Like, I enjoy that. I think that's good. Alright, let's talk to you. Oh, we've already done that, okay. Let's talk to you. Excuse me, but if you could just, I can't let anyone through, Ha! I've got you now, you vile criminals! I'd think the kidnappers would have better sense than to try hiding in these. Oh, come on, lighten up, will ya? I was only joking. I don't really think that the criminals will be hiding here, right in front of 2 officers. I certainly hope not. Oh, and the barrels? That's what they meant? Oh. I mean, we must have to, like, present somebody with something. Present you with stolen costumes. Sir, I'm undercover as the Blue Badger now, sir. I must pretend to not know anything about anything, sir. I mustn't respond to that. It would be like shooting fish in a barrel. Alright. What if I give you the Bad Badger's head? Okay. Okay. Oh, we already tried that. I guess that's it for you then. Although maybe we have to check in our organizer now that we have the stolen costumes. Yeah, okay. What about you, sir? What can I present to you? Do you know anything about stolen costumes? Just what sort of operation is this that they would allow their valuables to be stolen? It's a disgrace to the way businesses are run everywhere! Well, thieves by nature generally tend to target these types. Stealing is an abominable behavior! Don't you agree, little miss? Yeah, the worst! Am I going to have to add hypocrite to the list of things you are, Missy? Oh, yeah. Blue Badger Bible? Oh, that looks to be something with quite a bit of value. But then all things have some value attached to them. Only by probing deep into the unknown can we become true winners in this world, Miles. Thanks, but knowledge isn't what's going to make me a winner here, it's information. Okay, alright. Then I don't know why you would know about any of these other things. What should we do about this? Let's examine the horse thing. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, isn't this one of those things Oh, you tie horses to. I thought it said you the horses. Yes, although the horses are in another location at the moment. Aw, and here I was hoping I'd get to ride one. You know how to ride a horse? Nope, never rode one in my life. But I have an Asian friend who was born in the year of the horse. Non sequitur is the only way to describe your logic. That line came out of absolutely nowhere. Dude, look at all these footprints. Hey, there's a bunch of footprints in the mud over here. I remember hearing rain fall out here while I was being held in there. Yep, it was just a passing rain. That's why the ground is already pretty much dried up. I should be thankful. It left us with some nice footprint samples. You know what? I bet if we followed them, we can find out where the kidnappers went. Plus, we'd be able to spot them because of their muddy shoes. I don't think it will be that easy. Why not? Look carefully. There are quite a few different sets here, and we don't know which ones belong to the kidnappers. Oh, that's true. We don't know what kind of shoes they were wearing. Yes we do, because they're wearing stolen costumes. Oh, do they cover their feet? Yes, they do. Get me into that logic right now. Because we got what kind of shoes? And a costume to skate. Connect. Oh yeah. Now that we know that the kidnappers were wearing badger costumes, those footprints from earlier take on a new and very significant meaning. Oh, you mean now we know which tracks belong to the kidnappers, right? Yes. More than shoe prints, we need to follow the paw prints of badgers. Okay, Mr. Edgeworth, it's time to use those footprints and go badger hunting. Okay. So we're looking for footprints made by a costume. Hey, I think I found them! There are 2 sets here. They both do look like possible candidates. This set is walking off to the west. It just stops! I can't make heads or tails of where it's headed from here. I think we can assume it's headed towards the stadium. I wonder where the other set leads. This one seems to be headed east. I don't see any footprints over here. Huh? Quick, Mr. Edgeworth, I've got him! I got one of the culprits! No! I'm not a kidnapper, sir! Down, Kay. Clearly those footprints belong to Officer Meekins. But our criminals were each wearing a costume. Aha! Maybe they came over to this garage for something. That's what I would suppose. Officer Meekins, if you could step aside for a moment. We need to examine the garage. Sir! Roger Wilco, sir! Let's open this shutter and see what we find. Maybe we'll find the kidnappers hiding inside. Yeah, just shout that if they are in there. Ah! Whoa! What in the... We seem to have stumbled across a dead body. She must be in severe shock to have been the first to find it. Now then, who is this man? It's Oliver! Mr. Amano, are you saying that this man is... Yes! He's my butler! How could something like this have happened? Indeed. And why was Mr. Deacon here to begin with? I'd better investigate this crime scene quickly before Agent Lang or his men return. Obviously he was in on it, dude, and then they betrayed him. To, like, split the money less amount of times so they get more money? The kidnappers' footprints lead right to this garage, and right to a dead body. Is it possible one of the kidnappers is now a murder victim? From my cursory examination, I believe this man died of a fatal bullet wound. Alright. Organizer. You sure are calm for someone who just found a body. It's surprising what one can become accustomed to in the span of 2 days. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny! Alright. Let's examine the wound. As long as that Interpol agent has control of this case, I'm not going to be able to have a real autopsy done on the victim. I'm no doctor, but let's see what I can piece together myself. There are 2 gunshot wounds, one in his abdomen and one in his shoulder. So that means he was shot twice? No, I don't think so. I think the abdominal one is an entry wound and the one near his shoulder is the exit wound. Nice! I knew you could figure it out! It comes with experience, and I've seen my share of crime scenes. Speaking of experience, this crime scene seems a bit too clean for a murder where the bullet went clean through. I should make a note of this oddity. So he was shot somewhere else and dragged here. He'd have to be shot from, like, low to the ground. Like, it would have to go like that. So, like, and then they're like... Like that? Something like that? Or if he was like hunched over, I don't know. Alright, we examine that. Every nook and cranny. Yeah, show me that necklace. This is an unusually shaped pendant. What is it? Is it something valuable? She seems to have regained some of her composure. It looks like a horse pendant. It's got an antique feel about it and it's really pretty. Hold on. This is made of platinum silver. Nice! It is worth something after all. Ooh, and look! There's something written on the back. Colin Devore. It's a name. Colin Devore. But this man's name is... Obviously, it's the name of his gay lover. Oh! Anything else here to examine? It doesn't... Oh, examine the shoulder wound, I guess. 2 gunshot wounds, one in his abdomen, one in his shoulder. So that means he was shot twice? No, yes, yeah, okay. Should make a note of this oddity. It's too clean. Are we supposed to deduce? It seems we are supposed to deduce something here. Now, what would that be? What do we just jot down in our organizer? Preliminary findings. Victim shot from ABD. What is ABD? It's not PBR, which is point blank range. Touch the check button for details, okay. Oh, here we go. Oliver Deacon, age 50. Time of death, pending autopsy. Cause of death, preliminary findings, loss of blood resulting from a gunshot wound. Entry point, lower right abdomen, exit point, right shoulder. Despite the fact that the fatal bullet went clean through the body, there's very little blood at the site where the body was found. Am I supposed to just, like... deduce the fact that the crime scene is clear? No. I doubt it. Oh, I didn't mean to, like, go completely out of it. What kind of logic do we have? Victim was kidnapper. Okay. Was the victim in a costume? Was the victim in a costume when he was shot? I mean, the costume wouldn't have soaked up all the blood. Like, you know, there would have been a hole in a costume and it would have leaked through there as well. What a peculiar car. Yeah, from the look of it, it must be the Blue Badger mobile. And it has 3 tires, so maybe it left those tire tracks behind? That's simply not possible. Huh? Why? Take a look at the tires. There's no mud stuck to them. Therefore, it must have been here since before it started to rain. Oh, gotcha! Good eye! It's a shame I don't see any other clues around. It's a set of tire tracks originating from the garage. Aha! So that means a car left from the garage at some time, right? Correct. But for the car to leave these tracks, it would mean that it left during the passing rain. That's the only explanation as to why these tracks are made of mud. 3 treads. I think we can also safely assume it's a special type of car. Yes, it is one of these Badger mobiles, but not that one. Okay, apparently we have not inspected everything. Inspect his watch? No. What about his crotch area? No? Okay. Just always good to make sure, you know? I mean, let's see. Let's go through it one at a time. We have the bullets. Bullet wound. We got stolen costume. Got the Bad Badger's head. His head was left in the isolation room. Perhaps this dude was dressed as the Bad Badger. And that's why only the head is there. But then where's the rest of the costume is? You know what I mean? So... I mean, let's just try it, because I got nothing. I got nothing else. It does not. Yeah, no, it doesn't. Because to be honest, I don't really see how it solves anything. You must be confused jumping from a kidnapping to a murder. Yeah, that's it. I can't believe I made such a large blunder. That even this little girl could point it out. Okay, we have the pendant. The pendant contradicts this dude's name. Aha! There's something not right about the name on the pendant. The victim is the Amano family butler, and his name is Oliver Deacon. But the name on the pendant is Colin Deverberry. I wonder what's up with that? I don't know, but I think we've hit upon an important piece of information. Mr. Deacon's pendant, data jotted down in my organizer. Complete! Game! Jigglypuff. Lance, where are you? Who is this? Oh, who are you? Excuse me, but you are... Badump. Oh, this is bad. He's really good looking. Ah, stop it, Lauren. You can't let yourself fall for a playboy like him. You're in love with... Sounds like someone doesn't know the meaning of the phrase inner monologue, huh? Sorry to interrupt your conversation, but might you be a friend of Lance? Yes, I'm Lance's girlfriend. My name is Lauren Palps. His girlfriend? Oh, it's not like that. We're more like friends, and, we're not lovers or anything. We haven't gotten that far yet, but I guess that's how people are going to see it, so I should just accept it. I even got this ring as a present from Lance. You know what she reminds me of? A cartoon character. May I inquire as to why you are here? I haven't been able to get in contact with Lance lately, and I began to get real worried. I looked everywhere for him, and then I heard about the kidnapping, so I came here. Wow, you're really strong for having made it through all this by yourself. Is it true? Has Lance really been kidnapped? No one is supposed to know, but yes, it's true. Oh, Lance! I can't believe you've been spirited away! I wonder how you're doing right now. Looks like she's gone back to the fair maiden in love routine. So, Mr. Edgeworth, where do we go from here? Well, we found a body, so we should look into the murder. Oh, there he is. My man brought me up to speed over the radio, and I have to say, you really should have called. I heard you found something very intriguing. I have nothing to hide, Agent Lang. It's exactly what you see before you. I'll take it from here. Yeah, that guy's really dead. Hey, you waiting for an invitation? Hurry up and detain the suspect now. Suspect? Who? Officer Meekins, is it? You're coming with us. What? Sir, I had nothing to do with it, sir. Agent Lang, don't you think you're being a bit rash? Do you even have a good reason to suspect Officer Meekins? Ha! I leave that kind of stuff to you prosecutors. It's your job, after all. Like I said earlier, the crime scene isn't as forgiving as your precious courtroom. That's your answer? I know you like your logic and reasoning, but that sort of impractical fluff is not needed out here in the field. All you have to do is arrest suspicious person after suspicious person. That's how you eliminate crime from the streets. But that's also precisely how you unnecessarily arrest innocent people by mistake. Innocent people? Nonsense! There's no such thing as an innocent person. We've all got a blemish or two in our hearts. That's tyranny. I won't allow such a thing to go unchecked before my eyes. Ha! Too bad you don't call the shots around here. As I have sworn to uphold the laws of this land, I cannot allow you to take this man in. That you would arrest a man on false charges without even conducting an investigation. Have you no honor as a member of law enforcement? You! How dare you speak so disrespectfully to our shifu? Hold it! You amuse me, Mr. Prosecutor. Lang Z says every pack has its own rules. If you can play by their rules and come out on top, that is a true victory. All right, I'll give your beloved laws a fair shake. I'll show you just how much investigating I've done. Through my line of logic. Oh. Shilong Lang's logic. I've seen a lot of bodies like the one being carted off in my time. I can say he was shot in a single glance, but even you figured that much out, right? With your current gun laws, it's not exactly easy to get your hands on a gun. Not unless you're a member of law enforcement like Officer Meekins, isn't that right? That is your reasoning? Solid as a rock. It's based on the philosophy of detainment. What's this philosophy of detainment? Ha! You don't know? In that case, pay attention, girlie. In my country, the criminals have a saying, beware of the wolf. Why the wolf? Because in my language, Lang means wolf, and you don't mess with me or my pack. And as for the detainment philosophy, its father is my honorable ancestor, Lang Z. You'd think I'd have heard of him in his teachings if he is that famous. Lang Z developed it as he worked to lock criminals away thousands of years ago. To this day, the Zhangfei police still trains its recruits using his philosophies. But thousands of years ago? That makes your story about as believable as a fairy tale. Anything wears down and breaks over time. Do you really believe something as ancient as that can be applied to today's world? You want to put it to a test? I've seen a lot of bodies. Okay. Same stuff. I can say he was shot in a single glance, but even you figured that much out, right? Let's press. Let's see if you know that it was one bullet, not two. Yes, I think anyone who saw the bullet wounds would come to the same conclusion. Ha! Don't pat yourself on the back yet! What's that supposed to mean? Lang Z says, search where the water is deepest. You have to keep your eyes on a big fish that lurks in the depths, which is the killer. Is that right? And what would you know about the killer? With your current gun laws, it's not exactly easy to get your hands on a gun. It would appear you've studied a little of our laws. Studied? Who needs to study what every child on any street corner already knows? It's that Sheena! The Federal Firearms Restriction Act. That's it. The Federal Firearms Restriction Act. I hear it's not easy to get a gun these days. Interesting. That woman is the one in charge of keeping track of the information. Not unless you're a member of law enforcement like Officer Meekins, isn't that right? If that's the case, there are plenty of other officers who might be potential suspects. You're not seriously going to arrest each and every one of them, are you? As if I would need to. I've already looked into everyone else here. Oh? Other than Officer Meekins, I know no one else's weapon has been fired. How did you check every single person's weapon in such a short span of time? That's because each and every one of my subordinates is extremely capable. It didn't take more than a few minutes to conduct the entire investigation. The power of sheer numbers. But you have yet to check Officer Meekins' weapon, correct? Thanks for reminding me. Hey, you! Show me your gun. Oh! What's wrong? Why does he look so sickly pale all of a sudden? Gun! What did you say? I can't hear you. Stop mumbling and spit it out already. Sir! I lost my gun, sir! How could you be so irresponsible? In the end, it looks like you're still the only suspect we've got. You're the one who waited here outside this garage to ambush and kill the victim. So you think that Officer Meekins waited here to kill the victim, do you, Lang? I think this little accusation deserves a lot more scrutiny. Officer Meekins ambushed the victim in this garage and killed him here with his gun. I mean, he just said he lost his gun, but if he's lying about it, it doesn't matter. But then it's like, how would we... Oh, ambush the victim in his garage and kill the... Oh, okay, yeah. We can, our preliminary findings is say that there's not enough blood. Unfortunately for you, Agent Lang, that is simply not possible. What do you mean? You've seen the crime scene for yourself, and while you were looking, did you not think to yourself that it was a little too clean? Yeah! So you did not... Oh, so you did notice that there was too little blood. Do you still wish to claim that Officer Meekins committed the murder here? Because this isn't the crime scene, and if it was your men who lied... Oh, your men who led you to think it was, then I suggest you leave this case to the local police to set the record straight. Grr. Not bad. I see your logic can be just as sound as mine. In that case, let me ask you this. Don't you think it's weird that Officer was hanging out around here in the first place? Weird? How so? Hey, you! Your squad's not even supposed to be in this area, right? What were you doing neglecting your duties and loafing around here? Don't you dare give me some lame excuse like, I found myself taking a walk! But sir, I really did take a walk, sir! You're a disgrace! How dare you take your pack obligation so lightly? Officer Meekins is looking extra meek. Is he hiding something? Mr. Edgeworth, please, sir! Save me the way you did earlier, please, sir! Officer Meekins, please give us a detailed account of what happened. Sir, not you too! Alright, that's gonna do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at Sunburned Albino, and I will see you guys next time.